Hello guys, this is Rig for Epic, and I want to talk to you today about the Steam NextFest. Now it's actually finished, as per usual. It sneaks up on me every year. It lands on me and I'm in the middle of something, so I'll get that done and then I'll look at some demos, and as usual it takes longer than I thought, and it's now finished. But the good thing about the Steam NextFest is that most of the demos usually stick around. So I wanted to talk to you about my favourite games I've found, some that I've already talked about this year and some that are brand new, and quite surprising actually. So yeah, let's crack on. So the first one I want to talk about is a game called Replace. This is an easy one, so I've already done a video on it, like a preview. I actually didn't know this, but the release date's actually been changed to April the 14th this year. It was originally set for being just around the corner on March the 12th. So that gives us a bit more time, because March is now getting a little bit crowded, so that's a good thing. And the developers have talked about wanting to polish the game a bit more after feedback from the Steam demo. So that's a good thing actually. Like, if people are giving feedback about the response time of the combat or some of the graphical effects, whatever it was, the team are obviously taking it on board and wanting to polish the game to the best possible version. I'm really excited about this game. I think the visual style is absolutely extraordinary. It's got that 2.5D effect where you've got lots of 3D assets all in like a 2D frame. And I'm also a massive fan of the soundtrack as well. I love anything synthwave, definitely from my era. And yeah, it's just a really good looking game, and I think a lot of people are looking forward to it. So that's something to look forward to in April.
It exploded spectacularly. Life in the workers' quarter carried on as usual, but something lingered in the air. People were anxiously awaiting the arrival of the absolute tone, but none of it reached me anymore. The loudspeakers had lost their power over me.
So this next game comes to us from a developer called Animantia Design, and it's the developers from the original games called Machinarium and Samorost. Now, I never actually played them, but I am aware of them, and I know the graphical style is like a really good following. Now, this demo just jumped out at me straight away with its graphical style. Like the first games these developers made, it's got a very grainy, kind of almost like handmade look. And now all the assets in the game apparently have been painted on cardboard, scanned into the game, and then they've used these 3D assets to then generate the animations and the backdrops for the game. It just looks absolutely exquisite. It really is a special effect. And once you start to play the game and get through the first area, it becomes far more interactive. There's a section where you're actually moving the layers of a house to like manipulate the NPCs within the house. And yeah, just trust me, get to that part of the demo and you will fall in love with this game. It is absolutely amazing. Cannot wait to try more of it. And also the sound as well, the voice narration is just something really fresh and honest. And I really am excited about this game now. So yeah, check out the demo.
I entered a strange apartment brimming with all sorts of old things, antique furniture and paintings full of musical instruments. Almost everything in this apartment was strictly forbidden. At first, I wanted to flee, but there was something about that painting, the portrait of that opera singer. Curiosity made me stay.
إلهي لنا Taneraquen!
Umarazortu!
So this is a really easy one for me because I've just literally posted the review for the first game. Just got it done in time for the second game coming out. Now I'm recording this on the 4th of March and the second game, Planet of Lana 2, is out tomorrow on the 5th of March. And not surprisingly, they put a demo out in the Steam NextFest just to give people a taste of what they can expect in this second game. And I must admit, I'm not surprised in some ways. They've gone with a very similar art style. In fact, from a distance, it could be the same game, but there are some very subtle improvements here and there. To start with, Lana seems a little bit more capable now. So, for example, she can run up to a rock surface and actually climb up and mantle a rock surface, leap across to other rock surfaces, and so it seems a bit more agile than she was before. She can also sprint now, which is a new mechanic, and we can already see the effects of that. You can like run and jump over bigger gaps, that kind of thing. She can also shimmy up poles as well. There's a section where you're manipulating these creatures to then grow vines or like bamboo shoots, should I say, and then you can climb up them, like bend them, and then like catapult off to the left or the right. It's like a nice mechanic. And the other thing I'm really excited about is the fact that now we can swim down in water, and you'll know from my other videos that any game lets me swim underwater. I love it. I just love swimming underwater. So yeah, it's a really nice mechanic. It looks excellent, and also they've got this really funny way of getting Moi into the water with you. You kind of like have this plant that kind of like encompasses her into like a casing, and then you can swim down with her. And I think one of the more exciting aspects of this demo was the fact that you clearly have more ways of interacting with the local wildlife. So you can like manipulate creatures in different ways, and there's one section where you like take control of these little tiny fish that can like spray out ink, and then you like jumping over like Echo the Dolphin style over these like rocks, and then down, and you make like a little like barricade or barrier of sight, and that allows Lana to swim past. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one, and it's out tomorrow, so I'm going to do a full review, and yeah, look out for that one.
It's each, right? $250 each.
Yeah, I think so.
Looks bigger in person.
He give you a fob or something? Better be each.
Tune into 89.9.
So, as a child of the 80s, I am a big fan of John Carpenter, and that's an understatement. I mean, the guy, he directed Halloween, he directed The Thing, Escape from New York, Big Trouble in Little China, one of my absolute go-to films from the 1980s. And the guy also records pretty much all of his soundtracks for his films. He's just a talent. He's one of them talented people that just does everything. And he's now making a game, or he's involved with a game called Toxic Commando. So if John Carpenter was to make a game, what would he make? Well, he'd probably make some like 1980s styled action horror game, and this is pretty much what we've got. This is like a mutant game. You've got hordes of these mutant creatures coming at you. It's very 1980s styled. He's apparently been involved with the soundtrack as well. Of course he has, because that's him. And the gameplay, I mean, that's where the game will like rise or fall, and the gameplay is really fun. So it is a cooperative shooter. You go in, you choose your class, and then you're off. Now you've got 3 other spaces which are taken up by AI if you've got no friends or you're not playing online. But if you have friends, you can play up to 4 people co-op. And in that way, it actually reminds me very much of Left 4 Dead or Left 4 Dead 2. And yeah, the demo's quite short, but in that demo, it really gave me a taste of what they're trying to do. And I actually really like the level design. It feels like it's going at a good pace. There are things like barricades you can build up. There's certain sections where you've got to get resources and fuel for like, the car. And the destruction model is excellent. Now, it's actually Saber Interactive that are making this game. And so what they've done is they've implemented the technology they used in Space Marine 2. So if you've not played that, basically they had hundreds and hundreds of enemies on screen at any one time. All interactable, all able to be killed. And that technology is being now implemented into this game. And it looks great and it feels good. The death animations are all really satisfying, and it's just a really fun game to play. So if I get time, I'll definitely be reviewing this one, so watch out for that. Now, they say that gaming allows people to do whatever they want to do, and I think most people would consider that to be like fighting as an elf, or riding a dragon, or driving a monster truck through New York, that kind of stuff. But these days, and increasingly so, we're seeing these life simulation games where people are allowed to kind of like detach from reality and just go and do mundane tasks, like power washing, for example. And in this game, we have a game where you basically are tidying up, decorating, and then kitting out rooms and places with furniture. And that sounds so boring to some people, but I think it's just the way it's done. It's the implementation, it's the interface, the interaction between the objects is so satisfying. They've absolutely nailed that aspect of it. And so it becomes this, well, as a lot of people describe it, like a Zen game. Like you almost detach from your frontal lobe and you just kind of like going along with things and just painting the walls and, you know, cleaning up the stuff around the room, and then you're polishing the floorboards, and then you get this really satisfying moment where you open the window and you get this beam of light coming in with all the pollen in the air just beaming through the window, and it is very peaceful and very satisfying actually. So this game's called Hozy, that's spelled Hozy, and it's from Tiny Build publishers. They do publish a lot of indie games like this, and I do see this as being quite a popular game. There was a game called Tiny Glade, it came out a while ago, and that for me had a very similar feel. It was like so satisfying to create a wall and then place windows in it, and the way they've done that, like I've said, it's just so on tune with what people want in this type of game. And yeah, it's going to be worth checking out. If I get a chance, I will review it. If not, there is a free demo, like I said, on Steam, so yeah, check it out. I always thought it was a shame when Konami kind of like fell from grace. They kind of let their gaming side of things go completely. They broke ties with Hideo Kojima, and as far as we were concerned, Metal Gear Solid was basically dead in the water. And as a fan coming to that series quite late in the day, I really enjoyed Metal Gear Solid 5, and even Ground Zeroes I found quite interesting. I love the systems, I love the Fox engine. They were just really good games to play, and it was a shame. So the question is, what does Konami do with the IP now? And it seems like they're making a platformer with a squid octopus type creature that has very heavy influences from Metal Gear Solid, if that's even possible. So, yeah. I've played through the demo and it's pretty fun actually. There's some elements where you use your camouflage to blend in. You've got some definite references from Metal Gear Solid, like you get the calls, with the distinct sound effects. There are actual references to Solid Snake in the background on some parts of the level, and it's going to be interesting to see where they take this. I mean, obviously, this isn't Metal Gear Solid. This is a platformer with an octopus, but yeah, it's actually quite fun.
Hey, Diana! Little help here? Look out! What are you doing? Diana! Yeah! Tougher, buddy. Hey! You gonna help?
1 second.
You go.
So Capcom have actually got a bit of a hit and miss record for me personally at the moment with PC games. Dragon's Dogma 2 did not run very well at all, and the shit show that Monster Hunter Wilds was really put me off this publisher. Yeah, for me on PC they've got a lot of making up to do. Now I believe that Resident Evil Requiem is actually running pretty well, and so I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt on this one. Now, this game, Pragmata, essentially what you are is a big spaceman in a sci-fi setting. You're using like conventional weapons to do damage to enemies. The twist is that you've got this AI companion, like an android, on your back, and she can hack into the various enemies and systems and make them weaker or like bypass systems. Yeah, so I don't really want to say that much more about it because there's not much more to say. It's a nice action platformer. There's parts where you jump over lasers, there's parts where you've got to fight little bosses, there's a bit of platforming, jumping around, and it's got a lot of promise actually, so we'll see how this one turns out.
Lockdown disengaged. Reconnecting primary power. Energy levels at 30%. 40%. 50%. 60%.
So, as is always the case with these NextFests, there's so many more games I can't actually cover because I've just run out of time. But there is one game in particular I do want to cover in the future dates, and that's one called Windrose. It's like a Pirates of the Caribbean, Assassin's Creed Black Flag meets, something like a survival game, really good survival game. Loads of people are trying it out and they're saying it's brilliant. It's kind of a big game, so I want to give it its own video. So for now, I'll just mention it here, and then I'll look at it at a later date. But yeah, for now, that's all the games I want to recommend from the NextFest. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you found a game you liked, then that's great. Please tell me in the comments, what games did you find in the NextFest? And if there are demos still available, then yeah, let me know and I'll try and see if I can have a look at them. Hope you guys are all well, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys, and bye-bye.